First off, if you're just tuning in, you have no idea what's going on, we're playing in the Tournament Cup pop-ups. So the rules are going to be a little different than you're used to. First off, we have the 500 mat cap in each category, 500 wood, brick, and metal. We harvest materials faster. That's up by 40%. And when you eliminate a player, you get 50 health. If you have 100 health, that turns into a 50 shield. And we've seen players use that pretty aggressively.
Yeah, the 50 shield can be such a bonus, especially when it comes down to fighting in a storm. It's a bonus, man. I love it. I think the community's been loving it. The fights have been incredible. Just watching how things can quickly change when a player gets into those situations and they get that payout for the shield. And they're just right back on their ball just to get it all rolling again.
That's right. And then obviously outside of the Scavenger Cup, we have an old favorite coming back, and that would be the big bonus. So we'll take a look at that. Obviously, we've got elimination threshold. So at 3, players will get 1 point. At 5, they get 2 points. And then at 7, they get 3. And then after every elimination, after 7, it is an additional point. So at 8, basically, you're walking with 4 points, 9, 5 points, so on and so forth. And then obviously we have placement points to be divvied out as well, Monster. I'm getting ready right now as we speak. Is there anyone outstanding that kind of pops in your mind as players? I believe for me it would probably be Boyer. I mean, he had pretty consistent games throughout the day. Anyone for you?
I think Boyer, after yesterday, really became a fan favorite, but I'm going for Warp, man. I'm still so impressed by the 7 elimination that we got to tune in with 43 players. It's ringing in my mind. I can't really wait to see what he's got now that the competition has gotten even sweatier. It's like even crazier now, right? Because arguably we're looking at top 200 as far as the competition went. Now we're looking at the actual top 100 going toe-to-toe today.
Again, we see 2 people going. I believe Ritz was actually here yesterday.
Yeah, Ritz seemed to be claiming this, and that's the skin I was talking about, my favorite one.
Oh,
I didn't know the name
combo.
of it. That combo exactly right there. Yo, Ritz, I am rooting for you, man.
That skin combo sucks.
We talked about it yesterday.
Looks like an
H1Z1
player
and,
would
oh boy, Boyer.
It probably is.
Oh, Boyer's
Fan
dead.
faves we talked about. Here it is. It's going down. So, I mean, he's managed to tag some shots in, but Boyer is, of course, shieldless here, and now here seems to understand that because he already landed a shot. He's got a pump shotgun as well. Things are going down right here. It's not looking good for Boyer. He's really got to hold his composure and back up, hopefully make it a distance game and not get in the face of that pump.
Yeah, I don't think he has a pump right now, and I think that's why we see this respect of the distance being played out. Now, he is kind of staying boxed up, so now can kind of they decide how to engage this fight,
Yeah,
right?
he's trying to buy himself some time, farm any materials that he can in the surrounding area because the pressure is against him right now, and there it is. That's that disengage that I talked about. He really has to back up here and make...
He got a turret down. Let's go.
Scar, basically.
No, bad trap placement.
That was unfortunate as well. I think he was trying to switch his launch pad, and instead he goes sentry trap, and that was a mistake being made there. And I mean, now it's going to get paid off here. Now he has a launch pad to take with him for endgame as well. We can totally understand what it's like to, you know,
show the USA members, man.
Getting his farm on. He does
AKA Zexro.
but
yeah.
I think he's just not feeling it. And that's a snipe from across.
Apparently,
the way.
Mitro's the only one in EU that qualified as well.
And now this player's looking to engage.
Wow, that was a heavy shot right there. He's going to jump right overhead on the ramp, make a quick edit here, and the pressure is now on. He's the counter pressure, so... Whoa, Atlanta Swag kicks things off with the snipe shot. Arguably should have been his fight to take, but even coming from natural high ground, he did not expect the counter aggression from Evos. It's going to be a win for him. Definitely proving he's got the skill.
Over to Apostle and Pleasant. We saw this guy, a Titan, yesterday. The Storm King, if you will, down to 15 HP. He does look like he goes down, though. Eliminated by
Arson 2K was another player we saw performing extremely well yesterday. Yeah, Detox probably already tagged. Detox obviously also realizes he only has a tactical shotgun. There it is. He makes the full edit to drop him down off the high ground. And that Axe is crazy, man. We saw him do some plays yesterday with the hand cannon. Today he's back at it with the very intricate edit strats right there to pretty much knock this player off the high ground. Not something you see very often to be in that very special situation to use those kind of plays, but hey, man, it works.
Grenade bounces out. One left.
Not only a bounce, that was a nice ricochet. Jeez, Axe is a madman. That was a splode right there. Not only landed the AR shots, but the splode was perfectly timed and executed.
We'll take a look at this replay coming up.
Oh! 190! And you got a quarter rip from that. Now you play...
Oh,
no.
Zexro.
Wait, this guy killed Zexro too, and damn, he's popping off.
You hate to see it. That's the second elim for Noe as well. So that means Zexro came right off of that rotation from Viking Village.
Oh, he's getting third. He's about to get third carded.
Players,
That's not going to be good.
So now a contender to look out for. Took out 2 really great players so far. We're talking Boyer and Zexro going into the
come on,
now.
camera tours.
Martin FN looking like he's in a bit of
Look at
trouble.
kill feed, boys.
Grenades, explodes
I
going
got
out.
hit by nails.
Now, that slow damage is going to
I
take
hate
away
how that
all
Yeah.
the
damage
shield.
is going now.
It's like a full 2-3 seconds.
Now Della is low because Wixie is behind him, applying some pressure here.
So Wixie knows this is his fight to take right here. Although he doesn't have heals, he's trying to play towards the storm just a little bit here. He does have quite the long rotation. But if I'm him, I go for it. He knows he landed a slow damage on one of these players and the other has to be weak. But I guess Wikesi thinks that, you know, it's better and it's better decision to go ahead and just try and make it to the zone instead of chancing it here.
And now Wixie, looking to gatekeep Martin as he makes his way
Nitro.
through the storm.
Great weapon right now. The changes recently done to it. Arguably one of the best sidearms to have in the game, especially with the shotgun change. You're noticing people really opt out of no SMG, and looks like this guy's going to nearly dive into a trap play here. That was a close one. Wick, we just witnessed coming up from pressuring some other players. He's going to get caught by Martin, who was farming at the broken area by the diner.
That's right. Remember, they were fighting out in the storm. Wick decided to bail.
Right.
And then Martin turns the entire situation around.
Wick must have dropped his guard just a little bit here, and we're going to jump into that Mitro highlight right here. Woo! Dirty play right there, landing in heavy AR. And this is just not too far from Martin, just north of that broken house I was talking about.
Back over to Bella EU. Looks to have Farron's there on the back foot.
Yeah, Bell managed to win a game yesterday. You know, no surprise, this player is actually, you know, super good, obviously, at the game. But both of these guys are one shot to a pump. I think minimal damage at this range is going to put someone down, so whoever has the best reaction speed is going to win this battle here.
And you can tell they're very cognizant of it. That's why they're building a little more than usual.
Dude, so many of these guys are so weak. Oh, look at Greasy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people.
One-shot in
Oh
the
my
same
God.
location right now.
And they got
almost
zoned.
contested against one another.
Bell looking to close in. Farron's on the other side of this wall.
It's good distraction right there. I mean, someone to put down a roof panel play. That means whoever's on the backside of that can't make, you know, a ramp jump to protect themselves. And he's got to be careful. Yeah, he was flirting with danger right there. Definitely sitting next to all of these walls. You see how quick that player was able to edit.
They know that they don't own every single wall. We saw them moving along, and Axe eliminates Zeke. I'm gone, I guess.
Even amongst all of the cluster, Axe has the guts to dive in players' boxes and take on battles. While everyone else is trying to be cautious and play it slow, Axe is not with it. Knowing that he has max shield, max HP, he can dive onto any player and take that risk of an engagement at close range because of the payout system for shield and health.
I mean, again, as well, just to continue to highlight players, we saw Isa put on quite the show yesterday.
And look, we were just talking about Axe. He's not done yet. He's diving into another battle, but he's in a very bad situation. That's Dynamite being cooked right underneath him. He's going to be blown down, and this might be the end of the road for Axe here. He might have pushed the wrong player. Warp is going to get chunked right here. You don't want to see him go. He's such an aggressive and great player, but Veron is not letting him breathe right now. Axe needs to jump in this. This might be the saving grace for Axe. Axe fought Warp, and Veron gets taken out by Warp.
So Warp joins the fight, and look, Axe is like, whatever happened over there, I'm good. I'm just going to disengage and get
Axe is a
saved.
genius. That means he was paying attention to the kill feed. He realizes Warp is the player that put him in this situation, and Warp walks away with that Elim. He has to get out of there. The player's going to be able to not only benefit the rewards of getting the Elim, but of course heal off all the materials and resources potentially gathered.
Currently 16 minutes into just game number 1.
It is going down. Ooh, we got to see Highlight catch some good highlights in game 1 yesterday. Now coming back for his second time at, you know, Glory today. Happy to see him catching an Elim right there. That's very nicely done. Shield payout is going to help him out, or the health payout, I should say, on this rotation, but he's going to get chipped by a shotgun on his rotation.
Now look, Axe is in a much favorable spot. We saw him pretty wounded, had to disengage. Looks like he picked himself up an elimination at 4 right now, by the way.
Yeah, so Warp is also leading with 5 here, so Axe just not shy behind him. Axe and Warp, some of the newer players coming into the scene here. This is Elim number 5 for Warp, bullying his way straight through with the compact SMG. And he has, you know, one of the best loadouts for this game right now.
And now we're nearing the final few circles. So if you're new to Fortnite, things you want to pay attention to, mat count. Taking a look at Axe, he's only got 500 metal. That's pretty substantial, but everything else lacking. Also watch the ammo counts. Only a few mags there in the AR.
I just can't believe how many players are just absent in the southern area right now. They have all migrated from the north down, and they are hugging the storm line with really no place to breathe. They're just sharing oxygen at this point on top of each other's 1v1s.
Yeah, there's only one player on the very western side of the circle, and that's actually Skype, who's hugging that left side. That little yellow diamond there on the top right of the minimap.
And he knows there's no builds over here. There's no sign of player activity. There's probably a ton of resources on this rotation. He's got a nice, clean rotation to the next area. If you're ahead of the curb like this, you go for high ground when you make it to the next zone, in my opinion. Looks like Warp was eliminated at some point. Another, and so is Axe. Talk about eliminations.
Fucking lays, dude.
Two of our most
Let's stream is alive. Mitro's alive. Is still alive. Let's go. Camo's still alive.
Let's go, dude.
Our boys are popping off.
Now in the lead for the rotation here. He's managing to cut players off, getting in front of other players' snakes, which means that he's going to go on the aggression. This is what you do when you cut players off. You take the lead here and put the pressure to the backside. He's going to want that material as well. Nice RPG. That was a close one. He saw it coming.
Just keeps the pressure up. That's 30, a white number there. That means Camo's very aware. That's straight to his health bar. He's going to keep pressure going.
Camo, being that he was leading the storm rotation, knows there's no one behind him, and he can put the pressure on anyone trying to come in from the front side right here, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
And we're moving in, guys. We're almost top 20. Well, now we are. Players are looking to compete for that top 10 because at that 10 spot, they're guaranteed a point. So we're going to see things slow down, players be a little more cautious.
Yeah, I see that. He's going for the grapple. Even with one shot, he dropped a full med kit. And he has no medium bullets. He used all of his resource as far as mediums go there. And he actually decides, you know what, 2 med kits might be better than 1. Grapple shot here, so he goes for the 2 med kits instead.
I mean, he's got plenty of mats. So he's going to be able to make this rotation.
Oh, he's going for it. Yeah, he's absolutely going for it. That's a great spot on the launch pad right there. Worth 10 tick from the storm to save yourself that many materials. We're down to 13 players, Iki.
3 more, and then each player will be rewarded with 1 point. Look how many players are still here left alive, scrambling. Those are whites going out. Mexi
nice job from Netsky, the young bull, one of the younger contenders here from the European scene.
Go down,
I believe just turning 16, so lucky for him to be able to compete. He's on 2 elims. All he needs is
you don't have the math for this.
1 more. He's going to get a second point here because he's made it to top 10.
We're up to, we're top 10 right now. Now
low on materials, though. He's not really watching it. He's got to get into this fight right here while he can.
He has 1 build left, ticking through the storm. He's got to make it to
save. He needs an elimination to save him here.
Oh,
he
got to hit the.
Oh, no. He only got 2 kills, though.
Mitro stole the elimination.
Oh, Issa.
Wait, Issa, Mitro top 4?
Crucial, but now Issa looking to make rotations. 2 grapplers.
Wait, what the heck?
Ooh, Camo too!
What the heck?
Top 4.
That's him and Issa fighting right now.
Has a point
Oh,
here.
he's going his own early. 100 mats. RPG. Box up, wait for
wants to stay
rotate.
alive right now for multiple reasons. Obviously for the victory Royale.
Man.
Gavril's going to get eliminated by Ego,
Gomeru's in here.
So those are points for him. He's off to a great
Gomeru,
start.
Camo, and Issa?
Alive.
Dude, it's your quad, chap. Your quad's right now.
Wait, what happened to Mitro?
Oh no, actually,
I don't know. I
Gavril's
guess
still
he died.
alive in the air here.
I think he died in the commotion.
Play high ground. Rocket comes out, destroys the
Issa
structure.
Camo.
He only has 50
Gomeru.
materials, now down to 10. This is his final
You know,
build.
Gomeru was in the chat when I was bitching about EU.
He's surrounded by
EU scene
players.
is just such a
3 grapple
joke,
shots
LOL.
left.
He's
He's getting shot in return.
Oh, no.
Oh, he just got lazy.
teaming
The teammates, dude. What the heck? Ghost Gaming.
This has 5 kills.
He has 200 HP.
Wait, is gonna these console gods, dude.
Get
him out of here.
This is where you want to use the sentry gun. You know, those
I don't ever want to play a
situations or
tournament with
something
these
like
two in it.
He's got a hand cannon. His loadout's looking great.
Oh,
This is the shot.
the miss.
Camo just trying to make a risky grappler play. That might have been his last shot, actually. From
Oh,
the last saw.
What a headshot.
6 elims for
He's
Issa.
got a 6-kill win off the bat.
Crazy. Issa securing his first victory.
Dude, Issa is
Royale with
so
6
good
eliminations.
on
Now,
console.
keep in mind, he
It's
did get 6.
insane.
He was so
Get him out of my
close to the
lobby.
next threshold. But now we're going to take it to the standings and see where our players line up. So again, top 20 are who will place in the topmost portion of the money. Issa right now leading the pack with 5 points, but Camo right behind him with 3. So we'll hop on over to the second page and see who else is in contention for that top 20. So Markel versus Airwalks right now, and Dougie New Blood looking to shoot for that top 20th spot.